Once Upon an Elephant. Summary and characters. 1. Ajanaku, Olenyinya. Ajanaku is the central antagonist of the play, ambitious, ruthless, and symbolic of corrupt power. Originally Olenyinya, a man of dubious legitimacy, he is elevated to kingship through deceit orchestrated by his backer. Once enthroned, he sheds any pretense of humility. He ignores tradition, abuses his authority, and performs illicit rituals to consolidate power. Under his reign the people suffer. Land is seized, lives are ruined, and sacred rites distorted. Ajanaku's arrogance, cruelty, and betrayal highlight the destructive potential of unchecked ambition. He embodies tyranny. Not only does he misuse the throne for personal gain, but he tramples on morality, customs, and the dignity of the community. His character becomes a warning, showing how a kingdom built on lies and greed cannot stand. Ultimately, Ajanaku's downfall underscores that illegitimate power and cruelty lead to collapse and justice. 2. Serubawon. Serubawon is the schemer, the manipulator behind the throne, the kingmaker. Using his influence, knowledge of rituals, and cunning, he engineers Ajanaku's rise. Though outwardly respected as a powerful advisor or ritualist, Serubawon betrays loyalty by sacrificing tradition and legitimacy for ambition. His betrayal extends beyond the king. He corrupts institutions and undermines the community's values. As the conspirator, he represents those who facilitate tyranny from the shadows, the tricksters who use fear, deceit, and ritual to grant unworthy men authority. Yet, Serubawon's character is not wholly monolithic. His guilt and internal conflict emerge as Ajanaku's rule becomes increasingly brutal. By the end, his conscience catches up with him. His story arc warns that betraying justice and integrity for personal gain often ends in self-destruction, showing that moral compromise has consequences, even for those who think themselves clever enough to escape them. 3. Odejimi. Odejimi is the elder voice of reason and the moral conscience of the community. As a respected elder, he sees through the deceit surrounding Ajanaku's ascension, and refuses to accept a rule built on lies and manipulation. His character embodies wisdom, courage, and unyielding commitment to justice. Despite the risk, he openly challenges Ajanaku's legitimacy, becoming a beacon of resistance. Through Odejimi, the play shows that justice and rightful leadership must be defended by collective conscience, not fear. He mobilizes others, elders, villagers, the oppressed, urging unity and principled action. His presence demonstrates that societal strength lies not only in tradition or ritual, but in moral clarity and courage. By standing firm against tyranny, Odejimi inspires hope that a corrupt system can be overturned when people refuse to be cowed. His role is central to the restoration of rightful order, and as a reminder that rightful authority must come from virtue, not force. 4. Iya Agba. Iya Agba is the wise matriarch, compassionate, courageous, morally upright, and spiritually grounded. Despite being older and marginalized by some for her age or status, she becomes the loudest voice of truth in a time of fear. When tyranny threatens to destroy the community's soul, Iya Agba interrupts rituals, calls out injustice, and refuses to stay silent. Her bravery signals that wisdom and righteousness are not limited to the young or powerful. Through her, the play affirms the importance of women and elders in preserving cultural values and communal dignity. She guides victims, consoles the oppressed, and leads the moral resistance against corrupt power. Her character is symbolic, wisdom born from age and experience, moral integrity that refuses to be silenced, and the capacity for healing and protection. In the end, Iya Agba's voice helps awaken the conscience of the people, showing that true power lies in compassion, tradition, and moral clarity. 5. Desola. Desola represents innocence and vulnerability in the face of tyranny. As a victim of abuse under the tyrant's rule, her suffering reveals the human cost of corruption and unchecked ambition. Through her, the play highlights how ordinary, powerless individuals bear the brunt of political violence. Yet, even in her victimhood, she shows resilience. Her pain and plea become a catalyst for collective outrage and awakening. Her trauma symbolizes the betrayals suffered by the innocent during oppressive regimes. Desola's story is a moral indictment, When power is abused, the most defenseless suffer first, and justice delayed becomes justice denied. Her character underlines the need for empathy and social justice in any legitimate leadership. 6. Omoyeni. Omoyeni appears as the woman forced into a troubled marriage due to political coercion under Ajanaku's rule. Her role reflects the exploitation and subjugation of vulnerable individuals when ambition overrides ethics. She becomes a pawn in the struggle for power, showing how tyranny affects not just public institutions, but personal lives. However, Omoyeni's character also carries hope. She eventually reveals truth about her child and lover, which helps expose the regime's deceit. By doing so, she contributes to restoring justice. Her journey underscores the theme that personal courage and truth, even from oppressed individuals, matter in the fight against oppression. 7. Delani. Delani is the lover and rightful partner of Omoyeni, the father of her child. Although not a central actor in the political struggle, Delani's presence and relationship with Omoyeni introduce themes of loyalty, truth, and personal justice. His connection to Omoyeni's child becomes a revelation that undermines Ajanaku's false legitimacy. Through Delani, the play shows that love, honesty, and personal bonds can challenge power built on deceit. He stands as a quiet force of moral truth, reminding that intimate relationships and private integrity are sometimes more powerful than public status. His character shows that justice and legitimate rights extend beyond thrones and ceremonies, into human relationships. 8. Other unnamed villagers or community members. These characters, ordinary men, women, youths of the village, represent the collective populace whose lives are shaped by the decisions of rulers. Though unnamed, their reactions, fear, hope, despair, uprising, depict the real human cost of corruption or righteous leadership. Through their suffering, loyalty, and later solidarity, the drama shows how the masses endure tyranny, but can also be the force of restoration. Their presence reinforces that society's strength resides not in a few leaders, but in the conscience and unity of many.